was listening to a radio program earlier. There was a number of women discussing the princess phenomena. An author, an artist, and I guess the host for the show. They were saying that the little princess phenomena is pretty much deeply rooted in our culture. Little boys will pretend they're sailors, policemen, firemen, soldiers, astronauts, or whatever. Little girls spend most of their time pretending to be a princess. And they were discussing how even Walt Disney's really kind of picked up on this, and they have certain films they make that leverage on this, and they know little girls will want this, and then not so much the movie, but once the movie's out, then all the marketing materials that come along with it really leverage that. And I guess the parents are kind of in a tough spot because there's nothing as an option. Little girl doesn't want anything but the princess, so the parents are kind of at a loss as to what to do. And they were discussing how this might not be a good thing, or maybe it is a good thing. But what I thought was interesting, and they didn't mention this, was there really doesn't seem to be a real possible opportunity for most little girls to become a princess in the real world when they grow up. It's not really a career path that works. A lot of the things little boys might pretend to be, they could actually become. They could pick a career in something that would allow them to become what they pretended to be. Little princesses, well, I guess every once in a while some little girl somewhere might grow up and marry a prince and become a princess, but it's a very low probability career path. Unless, of course, they want to join the Canadian military and become a member of the Princess Patricia's Light Infantry. I guess that's the only surefire way to go. But even then, they're not taking just anybody. You know, there is a selection process. So, and then people are going to shoot at you, right? Like if you go to Afghanistan. So that's probably not what the little girl dancing around in the princess outfit was thinking about. That's not what she had in mind. But the odd part about this, though, is parents tend to support it, maybe because they feel they have no choice. And little girls can pretty much live in their princess costumes, perhaps only when they're at home. But according to these women, they'll wear these costumes out. They'll wear them until they fall apart, day and night, except when they go to school. So, are you a princess supporter? Do you kind of contribute to the ongoing princess phenomena? Or if you have, assuming you have a daughter, have you kind of found a way to steer your daughter away from the princess phenomena? Found other things to interest her so that she doesn't just spend all of her time wishing she was a princess, dreaming of being a princess, and imagining what life would be like as a princess? It's kind of a setting them up for failure, kind of a shock, maybe not failure, but a big shock when they get older, because they'll end up living in a world where there's not a whole lot of space for the princess personality type. You know, someday my prince will come and they'll take care of everything. I think the world we live in today, women are expected to kind of share the burden in a family. Perhaps women have always been expected to carry more than their fair share of the burden. So what are we doing, having little girls pretending to be princesses? Is that like the best it gets for them? You know, it's all downhill after they give away their princess costume or give up the idea? Like, what's up with that?